and welcome back to OJ and T, where we talk about whatever the heck we want to talk about. I mean, come on, you should know that by now. I'm OJ.
And I'm T. Hi, welcome back. If you're new, hi. If you're not new, hi. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading on Gabbie Hanna poetry book called Adultolescence. Um, and we're going to be talking
We
on
have
Gabbie
no.
Hanna.
What does that
Going to
even
talk
mean?
about Gabbie Hanna a little bit just because OJ wanted to show me some clips about what's been happening to her recently. And for some reason today, I was like thinking about her, Gabbie Hanna, and I was like, I remember she wrote a poetry book. And I was like, I gotta read it. I gotta do reading. So I'm gonna provide a link, but I found a Google link or Google Books, and there's some samples that we can read from her book. And that's what I'm gonna be reading to OJ today. And to answer OJ, I have no idea what adultolescence adultolescence mean.
I honestly, when I was looking at it on the docket, I was like, did he misspell this? I don't know what this is.
Anywho, let me provide you a little background on Gabbie Hanna.
Yes,
I
please.
am going to read her Wikipedia. Gabrielle
You're gonna read her
Jeanette
Wikipedia?
Hanna, yeah, is an American singer, songwriter, internet personality like us, author, actress. She rose to prominence on the video platforms Vine and YouTube, creating content under the name The Gabbie Show. So that's a little bit of background. I'd be very surprised if you don't know her or have heard her name at least once in passing. But anywho,
Mhm.
fun. So yes, going back to her book, Adultolescence. And again, I'll provide the link below. Maybe you'll tag someone in the video. Who knows? Come on. All right. So her first kind of on the sample that I've seen here, title, Unexpected. And then I'm going to try my best to read like how a poet would say, or sultry, cadence, and emphasis of the words. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, come have a look. Here at last, another YouTuber book. Just what we needed, someone to produce the tangible ego of a 20 something douche.
Okay.
That's just how it started off. Like there might be another one of her poems before that, but that's how it started off on the samples I've seen here, right? All right, so next reading, just this is kind of funny. You're gonna be like, what the heck, right? The title of this next reading is called Recess. Jacob and Emily sitting in a tree. Kissing. First came love, then came marriage, then came a stale and empty life. As a result of societal pressures to wed, which led to a semi public affair and a severe case of alcoholism. Mixed with mental illness, followed by a grueling 2-year divorce that damaged the kids emotionally and left everyone without a sense of direction or self worth. You could. Stop.
This is like I don't want to take. I mean, creative expression is creative expression. However, everything that you write down does not need to be published or visible to the entire world. Uh, Taking something that's supposed to rhyme and making it not rhyme while also maybe this is about her life. Uh,
I
we
mean,
didn't
yes,
we didn't need it,
creative direction is one thing, but like you could be honest. This is funny because like we've
bro.
we've made some works of art and things in the past. We're like, this is hot trash, but it's our hot
Yeah, but we
trash, and we
didn't
accept
show
it.
it. And we made sure it was deleted. We didn't publicize it. Also, we were drawing. Okay, that's one thing. It's a whole other thing to write poetry, and I did like I've won poetry competitions. Like, and I've won money, gotten awards for being a poet. So stop. Writing just runs in my blood. Like my family is a group of writers. So it's like to hear stuff like this, I'm like, I try to give people grace
Just wait
because
till the next
they
one.
don't have this. Oh no, they don't have the same background as I do. Like my mom has an English degree and she murders my papers every time like there's something wrong. So I just that's how I grew up. My grandfather wrote commercials. Like it's a very creative family. However, I know there are plenty of things, and my grandfather also writes books. My mom has written books. There's a lot of stuff like that people have written. But I know for a fact, I remember my mom's poetry book. She wasn't out here posting everything that she wrote. There were things that were just meant to be in that book. That was it. Just the same as any writer will probably tell you. There are things that are just meant to be in the notebook. For instance, our sketchbook. Our sketchbook is like our diary.
Oh yeah,
Don't just go digging through there. You don't. No, that's my sacred space. When I'm ready for it to come out, it will be on a gigantic 24 by 36 or 18 by 24 piece of paper.
that's an
And
Arc
it will be
C, Arc
visible.
D paper size. For those who are curious, it's Arc C and Arc D.
Oh, child. It
Um,
didn't.
that's fun.
It's
I
the
didn't even
fact that she
know.
started rhyming. You didn't know what?
I didn't know that you've won awards for your poetry writing.
Oh yeah, I don't humble brag. It wasn't. I'm not trying to brag and be like, oh, I'm this infamous writer. No, because if you probably told me to write something, I'd probably be trash right now. But I really got into it because it was something I really liked. Um, and I just was good at it. Call it that it was in my bloodline or that I just had a knack for it. I don't know, but it was fun. Poetry is amazing. So when I
No, that's dope.
hear
I
stuff
love
like that,
poetry.
people think poetry is easy. It's not. And it's it's like this was her first draft and she just turned it in. Didn't do no
Yeah,
no check, no nothing.
yeah. I mean, I love
Child.
poetry, and I love the. I know I'm not a poet, but I do enjoy writing kind of free word poems, almost like a shortened sentence that, in a
Mm.
grammar
Mhm.
sense, it is does not make any clear, but the imagery that I've created through those words
Yeah.
is how I kind of write. But anyway, I'm not gonna humble brag. I'm a writer. I'm a junior editor for a website, and
You said you're not
I
gonna humble brag.
I'm not gonna humble brag. I worked hard. I worked hard for that position. Um,
He did.
so
Yes,
I
Tommy's
write.
out here. We both so basically what we're saying is we both have a extensive background in writing and we have the ability to critique. We may not be a professional, but we know enough to know like this one should have been left on the drawing board. Like I
It's okay if we don't
it's
know
the
enough.
fact that
Anyone who reads this is gonna be like, anyone who reads this could tell. It
but you
doesn't
know that's
have
the
to. We
first thing
don't
that
need.
someone who's a Gabbie stan is gonna say. What do you know? Like that's the first thing that's gonna be said. So it's just like I'm recognizing I'm not. Granted, I'm not. I'm not. But I guarantee you, you put this in front of actual writers, and they're gonna be like, mm, mm.
All right, all right.
And
So I'm gonna
it's
go
the
off of your
rhyming.
comment about. I'm gonna go off your comment. So if we have any Gabbie Hanna stands, if they think, what do you know after this next poem that I'm about to read,
Oh
I don't I don't know my response. You ready for it?
God, no.
The title of this next entry in her book, O Positive.
It's called O positive, like the blood
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
Oh, child, is that her blood type?
You I don't
She
know,
just
but
telling
you
the
ready for
world.
this?
She just telling the world, yo. Okay. Ugh.
I donated blood today. Feels good to finally be somebody's type.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wait. Oh no. Oh no.
And ladies and gents, I'm
Wait.
just reading in order, so I'm not really selecting. I'm just going through off rip and reading
Oh
these to OJ.
no.
So
That sounds desperate. No cap. That sounds desperate. Maybe she was in a very vulnerable state when she wrote this, like maybe she was like, I wish I had somebody. We all get that way sometimes. But
she
I'm
could.
afraid that when she wrote this, she was like, that's a banger. That right there, that's fire. Like,
Oh,
where are
for
your
sure, she
friends?
definitely had that thought. For sure.
Oh no.
All
Oh.
right. Next one.
I gotta send that one to my mom.
Advice 14. When I was a kid, my biggest fear was getting lost in space, and it turns out maybe I shouldn't have been so stressed about that because I don't have a spaceship, so don't make problems where there aren't any. I have no idea what's the rhyme scheme, what was the point. This is I could read it in a sentence. Ready? When I was a kid, my biggest fear was getting lost in space, and it turns out maybe I shouldn't have been so stressed about that because I don't have a spaceship, so don't make problems where there aren't any.
It sounds like a tweet. Now, granted, okay. This one isn't as bad as the first one or the second one. To me, this one is a bit better, mainly because it's like, okay, all right, I get the ending, I get it, like, you know, but as a kid, that's what you do. But I
Yeah.
guess if it's not a problem at the moment, don't worry about it, is what she's trying to say. But I guess in her own analogy, I don't think that one's that bad. I don't think that one's that bad,
I just
personally.
don't think it has the essence
The
of
umph.
what the umph of what should be included in your so-called poetry book, right? I'd rather have the O positive because at least that's imagery. I mean, you're creating imagery. It's like, dang, I really. That's just a life lesson. What you're trying to say? I don't really, I'm not
But that's
feeling
what she
it. But
said. It's
anywho,
advice number 14. There were 13 other things of advice before that, Tommy. She's trying
uh,
to give you some advice.
we'll see. All right, next one.
Okay.
BFF.
Hmm.
Lonely's been my best friend for as long as I remember. He
Who?
gets a little clingy. Sorry, let me restart. Lonely's been my bestest friend for as long as I can remember. He gets a little clingy, especially mid to late December. But Lonely's always been there every single time I cried. Through all the downs and heartaches, he's never left my side, even when I hide away where no one else can see me. Lonely is my best friend, because Lonely never leaves me. This one's not bad. This one's not bad. I would give her that.
Yeah, there's still some critiques that I would make. But yeah, this one is like, okay, she got a little deep on that one. I think a lot of
Yeah,
people could relate to it. Like, that one is
this one's
okay.
like winter
I'll give
depression.
her a couple of snaps. I'll give
Yeah,
her a
yeah.
couple of snaps.
It's also my reading, my cadence that gives it a little. Never a humble brag here. All right. All right. So here is advice number 10. And mind you, this is out of order. I didn't. I'm going
Oh,
straight through.
you couldn't even be bothered to put it in order, child. Ugh, child. Okay, that's annoying.
Advice number 10.
Okay,
All
what's the advice?
right. When I was little, I was the only person who couldn't do a cartwheel because I was too scared. So I tried and tried, and guess what? I still can't do a cartwheel, but I gave it my best shot. And it's okay to fail as long as you try. Like you said, it's a tweet, it's advice. I'll give her that. The only thing I don't give her that is when she spells things. You know how you spell you as YOU? She just puts you and things like so I'm just like
Tommy. She handed in her journal. That's what she did. She scanned it in and she said, put a title on it, publish it. But they're like, but there's a grammar. Ah! Did I ask you to critique my work? No. I asked you to print it, sell it on a book, slap a drawing on it, slap a couple of drawings up in there. You know it's my name. They're gonna buy it because it's me. And just submit it. They're gonna eat it up anyway. We don't need to look at this no more. No. Bruh. That's how I imagined the conversation going. Oh my
so like
god.
I would give
She's
her
taking quotes.
the creative use thing, but as
No,
someone who like
I'm not giving her that for that one.
reviews, well, it's just like that one, but like in terms of the spelling, the way that it works out, like I give it to her, but like it bothers me seeing that because I review other people's articles and I have to make sure they spell everything out right and everything. So it bothers me
No,
a little
no.
bit.
I was being nice, okay? I was being nice in the beginning. But this
Oh,
number 10, bro, this is literally stuff that you get at a work poster. Like, girl, you can go on Pinterest and get this as a phone background. Inspirational quotes is what she went through and read the inspirational quotes, and she said, "How does this apply to my life?" I literally have. You want to know what I have as my background? You only fail when you stop trying. I can't really show it to you, but it's literally, I got this off Pinterest. You only fail when you stop trying.